Hello and welcome back to HLS Crypto. My name is Dan. Let me get this out of the way as normal. So, Propy versus Labs Group. Now, let's look at both of these projects and see what we would think will do better. Now, bear this in mind because I think it's quite important. I want to be completely transparent, as I've always said to you guys. I'm invested into Labs Group, but let's be as balanced as possible here, right? So I want to try and make sure that everyone knows what's going on essentially. And like I've said throughout the channel, I want to try and remain balanced. I don't want to be one of them YouTubers who screams down the microphone to you and goes, "Oh well, this is going to be $1 million." In it's not the way I want to do it. I want to make sure that we build a good community here, people who are understanding of what we're trying to achieve. So first, let's look at Propy. So Propy website looks great. To be fair to it, I really like the website. We'll scroll down it. We'll see. So buy and sell real estate with Web3. Propy leverages blockchain technology for easier, faster, and more secure transactions. The future of home buying is now. So they've got transaction platform. They've got title and escrow. They've got crypto certifications. You can get started today. I think this is a great project. Now, over $4 billion in transactions processed with property partners across the USA. And then you've got some listings, which I think is really important. They're out there. They've got their real estate listings, and there's a few of them, and some of these houses look absolutely beautiful, by the way. But by the by, generate proof of funds. Let's have a look at some of their kind of partners to a certain extent, but they've got the University of Cambridge, they've got Oxford, they've got Harvard, they've got MIT, they've got Princeton and Stanford, some of the real Ivy League of not only the UK, but also USA. And, the World Economic Forum has mentioned them. I don't like the World Economic Forum. I'm sure a lot of people don't. But again, I'm always saying that it's get in now and utilize what they're promoting, get away with the money, and then go and build the life that you wish to have. So yeah, this is a quality website. I think that they're doing the whole NFT. They're involved. They're doing well, and then you've got locations within America, which you might want to go and purchase properties in. You can't knock them. They're doing well. I agree. It's a good website, good project. I'll say that straight off the bat. Don't get me wrong. I genuinely think this could be a play. I feel it's more established in the market, 100%. I do genuinely feel it's a more established project in the market, which is fine. The current price of Propy is 34 cents. Its all-time high previously was $6.15. So if you were to get 10,000 tokens in Propy, you're looking at $3,400. Our returns, its all-time high is 61.5K. So that's brilliant. The market cap right now, $34 million. Total supply, 100 million. More on that later because we'll talk about labs as well. We're going to try and be balanced here. The one thing I'm not too sure about is its 2018 price was higher than its 2021 price, and that concerns me slightly. It means that maybe there's not enough momentum behind it. It's not pushing to each bull cycle. I know, with the exception of XRP, because I know XRP had the lawsuit to contend with. So there is reasons why I believe that XRP didn't go as high in 2021 as it did in 2018. I'm a little bit concerned that Propy didn't. So that's kind of something I'm a little bit worried about. I'm not saying this is a bad investment. I'm genuinely not. But let's compare it to Labs. So Labs has got a $6 million market cap. It's got a total supply of 10 billion. So when we talk about tokenomics, Propy kind of beats that in terms of its tokenomics. And I understand this. But we'll continue. Its price right now is 0.0005993, and its all-time high is 14 cents. 10,000 tokens for Labs. is only $5.99. But let's have a look at Labs, shall we? So Labs is, again, I'm invested in Labs, so I want to make this, abundantly clear. I want to keep it nice and fresh, and so you understand where I'm coming from. But the Owner's Circle NFT, I think this is a great initiative. I think it drives a lot of that passive income that everyone's trying to get to at some point. I think if you can have a passive income within crypto, as well as still being able to hold your tokens and buy and sell them, I think that's really good. I would seriously recommend checking out their Owner's Circle NFT. The first round is gone. The second round is coming soon. I would look at that massively. Again, we flick through their website. The website's brilliant. I think this on the left here is kind of the thing you're going to be seeing from their Stainex Owner's Circle NFT. Essentially, you're going to be able to look at this and see how these different properties are performing, what kind of yields you get, and things like that. And I think that for me, that's brilliant. I prefer the Labs website. I think it's good. It shows you the news and announcements at the bottom. I think there's a lot going for Labs. And again, obviously, we're looking at what can we do with the least amount of money? Can we really change these things here? And I think Labs Group, if I was to look at a website, I'd kind of think that Labs Group beats Propy. So now it's all about risk versus reward. And in my opinion, Propy is probably the safer play. I genuinely think it might be the safer play. But I think life-changing gains can be made with Labs. And ideally, you would like to be able to invest in both in the real-world asset sector. So the RWA sector is real-world assets. I think this is the future. I think it's definitely the future of blockchain. It's definitely the future of what companies are going to try and do. But in terms of Labs over Propy, I think Labs have got more avenues to venture down. I think it's got obviously the Stainex NFT. It's got, the resorts, that kind of thing. It's going to take over the travel kind of side of things. Plus, it's got your real estate assets. I think to have that kind of a mix, and also Labs has land flipping and things like that. So that could be something that's really, really big in the future. For me, I'm all about like what can be our biggest percentage gains, essentially. And I think that if you had $1,000 and you were torn between the two, where would I go? Well, with that amount of money, then I'm going to go in Labs because I believe that the X return is probably going to be higher in Labs. And that's not me shitting on Propy. I think Propy could be a really great project. It's, again, in the bull market, these things can really rifle on. But I do still believe that Labs could be good. I think Propy, again, is more about real estate, whereas Labs gives you that bit more with resorts and etc. I would really love you to tell me in the comments below which ones you prefer, because it's interesting. It's very similar. They're both very similar projects. But look, which one do you think is going to do better? I hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you have, then obviously subscribe, drop a like, and comment below which one you prefer. I'm interested to hear what you've got to say on the matter. For me, I would go Labs. If I had the budget, I maybe would split a percentage between the two. But however you feel, whatever you feel it's going to be, it's not financial advice. You just choose, which one you want to go with. The horse I'm going to back here is Labs. I think Labs is really good. And also, potentially with Labs, I might have some alpha coming up in October that might give you a bit more of an idea about where Labs are and what they're trying to do. So a little teaser for you there. But yeah, no, research both. Go on both their websites, do the deep dives. I always recommend research as much as you can. And we'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy.